Oi, oi, we are back, we are back. Oh, yeah. So we're casting for. So we're my name, Gomorrah. Oi, oi, yeah. Anyway, we are back, we are back, we are back. What is the topic for today? Topic for today is Ndlozi leaving the EFF. I told you on another video that the reason why I went to Marikanet was because somebody told me about Ndlozi, and I wanted to see this guy who's, having that much weight on him and thinking analytically, right? We need young people like those, right? But when those type of mindsets are being oppressed, like they are oppressing in those at EFF, that becomes a problem. EFF is not a place for him to thrive. EFF was just a place for him to learn, right? I believe by now he has learned, right? Yeah. Anyway, I hear about this story. I don't know, you guys might be aware of it. It's this lady called Ruja Ignatova from Germany side, Scandinavian country, right? So when I read about this lady, it was like quite a few years back, right? Might be maybe 3, 4 years back or so, right? So this lady was one of the advocates of cryptocurrencies. Cryptos, yeah, where you lose all your monies and you cry, right? Like if you remember Sam Bankman, right? One of the richest young guy in the world. I think he was with $35 billion and he became with the $0 billion. Yeah, that's he's in prison now. But anyway, this lady, she was one of the few or early advocates of cryptocurrency. She created a so-called a coin. They call it, I think, one coin. Yeah. So she was like those people who knew the aesthetic or the outside of cryptocurrencies, but not knowing the internal systems, how its cryptocurrency formulated, first having a white paper and all those type of stuffs and coming up with a proper system. How is it going to be fungible tokens? Is it either going to be a token or is it going to be a coin? All those information required for one to be able to create a sustainable cryptocurrency platform, right? So this lady, she duped people on another level, like many who didn't know about this cryptocurrency from South Africa, from all throughout the world. Initially, I even thought she was Brazilian, but no, 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 no. She's from Scandinavian, she's from Germany and all sorts of countries, those which are closer to Russia, right? So now this lady, she duped people and end up disappearing. She was mostly operating in the US, right? And now I hear, because I told you guys, I said, South Africa, we got no intelligence here at all. So now the FBI, they are offering $5 million, I think, to say, hey, anybody who knows about this individual, just let us know, you get your reward, $5 million. Sis, how will they be able to find? Because one thing that was said is that she changed her face. She did plastic surgery, so her face is transformed in another level. Look, she's got too much money. But the main thing, it was like follow the man. Is why, because cryptocurrency is monies, right? You just get a code and then you can like transfer that code to somebody. It creates another new code, keep on, but you follow that code. Where is it going? At most, the problem is that many people, they go and those like, what do they call them, the casinos in Macau. If you know Macau, Macau is in it's a part of China, right? So there is a lot of casinos there. So these people, they send the coins or whatever, the monies through these cryptocurrencies, And then they go there, then they they can withdraw the money from the casinos, right? So that's how they used to launder money in that regards, in terms of, even if you follow that money, you will never find it, right? Unless if it's transferred to what we call e-wallets, that e-wallet, we know who owns the e-wallet, but at most you don't know who owns the e-wallet. And when these guys want to just actually get out the monies or withdraw the money, they will normally send it to the casinos, and they will, or send it to somebody, right? Like post it to somebody. You don't know who he is. You just see, the wallet numbers or something like that, and or whatever they call smart contract nonsense or this. So you just see that, but that person is actually helping to release the money. There were website on the dark web where you could just actually, send your let's say Bitcoin or Ethereum coin. Then from there you send it there. Then those guys, they pay you your monies. But the website was closed. I remember some few years back, and they caught the guy, right? So now it's a big problem that the person might be here in Cape Town and stuff like that, and that's the issue, which I just pointed out not long ago, that we do not have proper intelligence in South Africa. We are behind in a lot of things, right? And at the end of the day, people find this place as a haven, to launder money, to do whatever sort of things, like Marbella. If you know Marbella in Spain, it's one of the places, a beautiful place. But hey, the monies that it's actually moving up and down there, it's quite a highly illegal monies, right? So now, how does cryptocurrency work? One will ask, okay, the initial, what we call a coin, which was, created, was a Bitcoin, which nobody knows who Nakatomo, whatever they call him, who he is. I think this guy was very genius, but I believe it's probably not just one person, it's a different people altogether. It's just that this main character is this Nakatomo guy who gathered individuals, from his system. It's the same as, creating what we call an open source software, right? Like Ubuntu's, like there are many, whatever, I forgot them, that we will normally use for hacking, right? So those type of softwares, they're created by individual, bring about information, who are well endowed with that, ability of knowing of internet things. And from there, they bring the information together, and they form this Bitcoin. From the Bitcoin then came coins like Ethereum, I think, which ones? There are many, man, there are too many, I just forgot, pumps and stuff, which are very illegal. They're just there to steal your monies if you don't know what you are doing in actual fact, right? So these systems are created using mainly, different languages, but formulated from the original languages. Original languages, like you can have, it's Python, you can have his JavaScript, you can have his HTMLs and stuff like that. Those were the original languages, but these guys, they managed to just actually formulate their own languages, drawing from, and mainly Python, because Python is too broad and wide, right? So you see, I understand a lot of stuff that you will never even understand in your life. You call me whatever you want to call me. It's fine, right? So now you got, what we call as in tokens, you got non-fungible and fungible tokens. They differ, right? You can build on top of another. It's like a whole sorts of information. But yeah, I think I'll have a video to explain more about these things, so that our people don't get duped. Their people don't get, they don't steal your monies, right? Like I had sort of experience on those things, that people, managed to steal my monies, because I didn't know. I just thought, I'm gonna make money. Oh, jeez. Knowledge is power, guys. That's why I like to share my knowledge, right? Okay, Ndlozi, let's go back to the issue of Ndlozi. I went to Marikana because of some young guys from my side told me about Ndlozi. I wanted to see this guy. I wanted to understand what he carries, what he knows, right? And yeah, I went there, but anyway, was disappointed. Called some guys from China side, and whatever. But I end up, oh yes, I even went and saw, who's this Mautwana? Yes. What do they call her? She used to work at Transnet. Yeah, she's the Secretary General, I think, now of the EFF, right? So, but what is it about Ndlozi? Ndlozi, my biggest problem is that he doesn't understand his power, what he yields, right, in him, what many people are looking for from him, right? To be stuck in that area where he is on the EFF is not a building at all. But I know the main problem is, where does Ndlozi go? Can he go to the MK? Can he go to the DA? Can he go to action? You can see it does not align with those individuals. That's why we are formulating a new dispensation, which is going to come very soon. God is grace, right? And we need those type of people who've got that ability. I don't need EFF people. No, man. EFF people, your mindset is already corrupt. You've got too much of corrupt mindset. I need people who have got an open mindset like Ndlozi. Those are the people that we need for our country to move forward in the right direction, right? With proper guidance, right? Ndlozi the learned. Yeah, the guy is learned. We know he's a doctor, and we know. You can hear how when he is discussing issues in the parliament, right? You could hear that this guy has got that ability to change things, the ability to bring about forth things which many we do not know, right? And those are the type of people that you need, right? But the EFF has been oppressing Ndlozi and making mockery of him, treating him like a T-boy. It is definitely not a fair thing. It's not a fair point, right? So if that guy has been given a role, a proper role, then let him prove himself. And I believe he's capable of doing that. Not from the academic point of view, but from the knowledgeability point of view. Academic is not knowledge, people. Let's not let's not combine the two. Academic, you can copy and pass and get a certificate. Knowledge, you will never copy and pass and get a certificate. Forget it. I will ravage you. I will show you that you are nothing when it comes to knowledge, right? Academically, yeah, you can be better than one, but in terms of knowledge, has a different aspect altogether, right? Ndlozi is patriotic. You can see he has been following the EFF. He has been in the EFF. He doesn't want to go anywhere. Even if the odds are against him, he can tell. It's not like this guy is not analytic. Though he doesn't know how to count. We know that. But when it comes to sensitive issues, this guy is ahead of his game. He understands a lot of things. I'm not praising him because, I know him personally. No, I don't know Ndlozi personally. Yes, I used to have his phone number and stuff like that. But I never even, spoke to him whatsoever. But I've been following, the way he's doing things. It's kind of like, overwhelming, right? It's good. Some of us, when we see a good thing, we know it, right? Because, when you are made good, you are made good. It's as simple as that, right? When you see a good thing, you know it. When you see a bad apple, you know it. This is a bad apple, like Mchat. Bad apple, right? Ndlozi, a good apple. When it comes to Shivambu, I'm not sure of the guy, and I still feel like he can't express himself. Like, that's the first thing. Maybe the MK needs to train him how to express himself, right? How to answer questions, how to not ignore things which are very important, imperatives. There are things that are very imperative to, attack in order for you, as is the SG of Mkondo Wesizwe now, right? There are things that he needs to talk, like people are waiting to understand how does that thing functions? What can we do? What are you doing? How, to avoid questioning through oxymoronic type of answering back, it does not help anybody. But anyway, we'll see further. But I feel like somehow, yes, he has done well, meaning Shivambu in the EFF, but it was because of the collective. You had Mchana, you had Ushvambu, you had Ndlozi, you had the the lawyer guy, lawyer guys, right? You had a few of them, whatever. You had a collective guys working together there, right? That was a different story. But when it comes to Mkondo, it's a different story altogether, right? So you have to convince a lot of people, and that's why sikhuluma ngento ye-tribalism. Siyayazi ngisho ukuthi lapho Zuma, it's tribalistic. That one is, we can't run away from it. Even though Mkondo, angithi uyayazi ukuthi uZuma uyi-intelligent yesemkondo, so he knew a lot about Mkondo, right? So that's why we will say, look, the way it started, it seemed like a tribalistic things. We are talking about the people like Abu. I don't know if many of you know J.J. Mark. You know, those are the people, right, who were in the MK, the real MK, right? Who, when that guy, he blew a power station and everybody was singing about him in the bus, J.J. Mark, but they didn't even know he was in the bus. And he was even afraid to say, hey, if I say my name here, these people will kill me and say, you can't be him. That was the intelligence system that they were using in the MK. It was amazing how those people were like carried up by the Soviet Union, the Chinese, the African countries. It was amazing how they were doing things, right? So, but Ndlozi, if you check, you look, he's one of the guys who is capable of bringing about that, you know, that oomph, that courage, that ability of a black child that can be able to make it. And we are looking for those type of people. That's what South Africa is looking for, right? Shadows of Malema. That's where the problem is. Ndlozi needs to get out of the shadows. We understand, yes, he has been in the EFF, but there is somehow, somewhere where you say, let me take a rest, right? He can even go and lecture political science. I didn't do political science, but I believe Ndlozi is very good at that. He can do that. We can even go, some of us, and get some lessons from him, right, in terms of politics and stuff like that, right? So he needs to get out of the shadows of this, whatever they call it, right? Political acumen. This guy, as I will keep on saying, is too good to be staying where he's staying. Whether he wants to leave the EFF or whether not, but I hope that he does, right? Why? Because can you imagine, I heard this thing, right? They say, look at it, right? A bottle of water, Kokasi, like North Maboneng, you know Maboneng. If you don't know Kasi, Maboneng, Gomorrah, Alex, the bottle of water there costs 5 rands, right? Okay, just across the road, close to Wynberg there, the bottle of water there costs almost around 7 rands, right? You cross the road, right, the M1, right, those who know the M1. You cross across the road, the bottle of water costs you how much? Probably around 9 rands, right? Okay, you go to Bryanston, the bottle of water costs 10 rands. You go to Central, the bottle of water starts going up. It's the same bottle, right? It is the same. It doesn't change colors also. It's the same brand, same bottle, right? Besides those ones who are done by the Indians. Hey, we're not talking about those. But the price of the bottle keeps on changing, right? According to the place and atmosphere, right? The bottle of water at the airport is 20 rand. The bottle of water inside the plane is almost around 25 to 50 rands, right? So what does it mean? It means it means Ndlozi has been under Mchana for a long time. He is not valued there. That's the reality on the ground. The guy is not valued. His intelligence is being undermined, right? And at the end of the day, how will he be able to change people's mindsets, right? He can't. He's been, under the shadow of this guy, right? So now this man needs to move and change the atmosphere. Probably something better will happen, right? And that's why you can see China is trying to push him, because many were saying that China is scared of Shiva. Nah, I've never seen it like that way. I've seen that China is scared of Ndlozi, right? But Ndlozi, I think somehow he needs somebody to keep on telling him, because I believe on other social media accounts which are illegal are used to keep on bombarding him with, man, you need to leave, you need to go somewhere, you need to be something, right? He's very politically inclined, he understands what to speak about, he understands the things that are supposed to come out. You know, I say, in terms of an argument, you can see in the parliament there, the only person who can post a proper argument is mainly him. Besides Abu Molefe, you know, those people, in terms of, they will post a good argument in terms of technical stuff, right? Molefe is very good at technical stuff. Don't even go there with that man, right? You know, when you know Molefe, you will understand that, yeah, look, we are talking about people, and I say, you know, what happened to him, it's a very painful thing in actual fact. You saw that guy crying on me. Ask him about Ishebini, go, where is that place? Whatever, in the central area. Right? But what happened to that man, for me, it's very painful. Why? Because from the public insurance, PIC, right, to Transnet, to ESCOM, neither of those SOEs were bad at his time. They were well to do. When he enters into an SOE, it becomes something else, right? You understand what their ability to change things, to make things better. Though it's blackness, but it's good blackness. It's not that thing of, say, Leonard blackness, but it's ability that is given. You know, when people are given ability like Ndlozi, they need to use it. You know, they need to come out and, you know, show their ability and change things. We need radical people, radical thinkers, people who say, no, enough is enough. Our people are suffering on the ground. You know, the unjust system of apartheid is still active and even way worse, powerful than it was before, right? It has, like, you can say elevated to a certain level, right? So, yeah, all I'm saying is that Ndlozi, whether he's leaving EFF or he's staying there, but it needs to be for a good cause, right? And for me, I'll always advocate for him to leave. I'll always advocate for him to be in the plane where he's valued more, right? Where people look for him rather than look for against him, right? So, yeah, anyway, that was a short video. It was about Ndlozi. Yes. Believe, boy, you got potential, but you need to apply your potential, right? It needs to be seen. People need to value you rather than disgrace you for whatever nonsensical things that they are, right? Oi. See you on the next video. We are always back. Don't worry. We are here to stay. Until this stupid YouTube take us out. But we'll create our own if they do so. Because, hey, we are very advanced in our mindset, right? Shop. Oi.